Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. I'm sitting in the woodshed right now, which is also where we store our hay at, simply because it is incredibly windy outside, and everywhere else I try to go, it is way too windy to even attempt to film. So that's why the lighting's kind of weird. Plus, it's getting ready to storm again. But I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update as to what's been going on since I haven't filmed in the last few days. And that's quite honestly because I've been too busy. And it would be kind of easy, I suppose, to bring you guys along whenever I'm doing things. But how it's been the last few days has been essentially ultra multitasking all at the same time. Like for instance, yesterday, while I was getting things going in the canner, I also was painting the kitchen cupboards one last final coat, thank God. That's I think the 6th coat of paint that I've had to put on them so that way they match the other original cupboards and stuff. But yeah, that project is finally done. I am so tired of painting the same thing over and over and over again, which, is saying a lot because I do enjoy painting things, but not when it's the same color in the same room on the same ladder again and again and again. It gets old pretty quickly. But so while I was doing the canning, I was also painting that stuff. And then once I got that done, I was working on dehydrating mushrooms. And then I also had to work on getting more things going in the canner. So I ended up processing enough carrots to do 4 quarts of carrots. And then I did some beans that we had left over, and then some marinara that didn't make it in the last round of canning. So I had to do a mixed batch in the canner, and then what else did I do? Oh yeah, and then I had to make bread dough on top of doing all the other animal chores, doing household duties, things of that nature. So it's just kind of been, the last bunch of days has been kind of a sort of like a big hodgepodge of a million things going on, which is basically essentially what the life of a homesteader is doing 10 million things in this time of year at the same time, trying to figure out which way is up. So today has been a very cool, windy, rainy day, and it really feels like fall. A lot of the leaves from the trees are gone now. So it's just been one of those weird transitionary periods where I keep thinking, oh, thank God it's almost over, because as a homesteader, wintertime is like a really big point of relaxation, even though, there's more wood to split, there's more wood to cut, you have to do all the things with the firewood, and, all that sort of a thing. It's really nice to not have to worry about anything with the yard, to worry about doing outside projects, and then also the garden's pretty well done, so it's nice. But the bigger thing too is the farmers markets are almost done. To be quite honest, I kind of am to the point now where I'm regretting that I signed up to do the markets, just because of the fact that it is taking so much of my energy and so much of my time to prepare for them, to bake for them, and then to set up for them. And it really has not been very profitable for us. Last week was the absolute worst farmers market in terms of the amount of customers that came through it and the amount of money that we made. We didn't even make a profit of $20. Like, it was horrible. So kind of makes it a little hard to want to go back. But, I got everything ready, got everything baked. I'm going to finish out the season because there's just tomorrow and then there's next Saturday. So that'll be nice to get that done and over with. I don't know what the future holds for us in terms of doing markets for next year, just because of the fact that, like, this year I've been so strapped for time and energy and stuff trying to get so many things done, which, having like 2.5 months of physical therapy that I had to do, that really put a damper on getting things done. Just because that was basically 2 days a week that I wasn't able to get very much done here. So things are a little bit behind per where I wanted to be at almost October, but it is what it is. I can only go as fast as my body allows me to. So, but other things too that have been going on, Tracy and I have really been trying to intentionally slow down. We've been trying to really pull back and basically get back to basics of what we started doing this lifestyle for. Because we actually, when we started this, we didn't really have intentions of making a business out of this. It just sort of happened, and it felt like that was what we ought to do, that was the next step of our homesteading journey. So it's just kind of a weird thing where we're really starting to try to figure out what it is that we liked of the last couple of years and what we didn't like. And as it stands right now, trying to figure out how to make money from the homestead really is a joy killer. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be something that next year we don't do. Yeah. So that's about it. I think I'm actually going to try to run the ducks and geese in to go to bed before it starts pouring again, because the wind is definitely picking up, and I've got quite a few stalkers here that are ready and raring for me to get up and get moving so that way they can get to bed too. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.